Hello everybody. Today we're going to take a little look at making these bubbly nightpsy type sounds. They sound something like this. And if you add some effects and stuff, they can sound something like this. So they're pretty cool sounds, and you hear in quite a lot of nightpsy, this sort of bubbly texture. So the way we're going to go about making this is we're going to make a new channel. We're going to get Vital, and I like to use basic shapes. And so it's very, very simple. All you need to do is put an LFO on the pitch and just ramp that up to full modulation. You can use different amounts of modulation if you like, and you'll get different results. But for now, we'll just go with that. And some of my favourite ways of doing this is either leave it as a triangle and maybe go for a quarter. So let's see what happens if we do that. I'm going to resynthesize preset to wavetable. Now I'm going to bypass modulation. So it's very cool, but the problem we have here is that there's too much of the same thing happening over and over again in our wavetable. So we're just going to pop into here, go to the final frame, and we're going to just scroll that right back until it looks like the same as that, but not actually on the same frame as that. So it looks kind of like that. Yeah, I mean that'll do. That's good enough for me. Okay, so now we should have a nice smooth sweep through this weird texture we've created. Very bubbly. So the other way I particularly like to do this is if we turn this into a ramp down and use an eighth. I find this gets really nice textures. I'm just going to turn the smoothing off. I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to set this back to a basic shapes. You can leave it as the previous waveform, but you start to get more sort of gritty FM sounds if you do it over and over again. I quite like this bubbly stuff though, so let's just do this. And turn off the modulation again. Again, we need to pop into here, go to the end frame, drag this back, and then set it to the point where it gets pretty much the same as the beginning. And it's not perfect, but that's good enough for me for now. And what we're left with very cool. So we can make any different type of LFO shape or use multiple LFOs and different speeds, and they will all give slightly different textures and different sort of sweeps through the table. So experiment with that and you can create all kinds of crazy stuff. So something I quite like to do with this type of sound is either leave it as a sort of a lead, but what I'm going to do is create a little atmospheric patch with it, just as an example of what this can do. So I'll grab, just set it up to give us some random results. Okay, and then let's just use velocity to control the table position. which is very cool already. But let's use a formant as well. And then this time, let's use a sample and hold, set to freeze, so it resets with each new note. Pretty cool, right? And then we can put some delay on, of course. Let's use a dotted delay. And some ping pong. Change the spread and the cutoff a bit. Very nice. So, what else is very cool about this method of generating wavetables is that because of the inharmonic nature of pitch sweeps, when we use something like a spectral time skew, we get kind of these glassy type of results. And let's randomize that as well. So you could go ahead and add filtering or effects to make it a bit more interesting. Something like a phaser would probably be quite interesting. But I'll leave that up to you. So I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.